husband and I moved to the town that I basically grew up in, called Newburyport, Massachusetts, and it was a sleepy little seaside town. They had nothing but mom and pop businesses. We didn't even have a McDonald's in our town. And so as a kid you thought, wow, we really got ripped off because we had to go 2 or 3 towns over to have fast food. And when you go to the town now, it's just teeming with interesting things, and people just flock to the town. When we moved to McKinney, which was about 14 years ago, I saw McKinney as a town that could grow to what Newburyport is. And I see it happening, and it's very exciting because I know what the end game is, and I think that McKinney will get there. I started my cookie business probably about 9 years ago, and it was just for myself because they'd had that first recall of all the pet foods, and the dogs were dying from, tainted food from China, and I thought, I can't do that to my dog. I started making treats for my dogs and then giving them to my friends, and they all said, you should make a business out of this. And so I did. When I first started, I set up a card table in front of the dog park in Plano.
You were the lemonade stand.
I was the lemonade stand at the dog park, but I was giving my cookies away. Didn't like my job, so I thought, I'm going to quit. I'm going to go out on my own. I'm going to make a real business out of this. So at that point, I was buying lunch bags and glue sticking my labels on, and the Canine Cookie Company was born because of that.
Did you do focus groups among animals across McKinney?
Yes, I tested my product on at least 50 dogs. Their dogs loved them, and my cookies are very, very simple, and so dogs really responded to that. And so, and at the time I thought, I'm just going to make heart-shaped cookies, and won't that be sweet? And then I found the squirrel cutter, and once I found the squirrel cutter, I thought, forget the hearts, we're going squirrels.
Because all dogs want to eat squirrels.
Exactly. Yeah. It says on the label, give them what they really want. My sister was telling me once that she was trying to figure out how to make Pop-Tarts. And I thought, Pop-Tarts? Well, I can make Pop-Tarts. And so I didn't, I'd had a lot of requests for a peanut butter cookie. So I use it as a filling in my Pop-Tarts. So this way, the peanut butter is baked into the cookie, and so when you break it open, it's not a gooey mess. I do lots of shapes because everybody's given me cutters over the years, and I've bought cutters. I probably have 300 or 400 cutters at this point. Another bag that's not out today, which is called the Texas bag, and it has all Texas-inspired shapes, and it's great for the tourists. And it's the same quality cookie, just cut.
You make it barbecue.
Yeah. No, we make cow-shaped, longhorn shaped.
Okay. You do it in shapes.
Guitar shaped.
Shapes, not flavors.
Exactly.
I got you.
Exactly. After cutting about 2 or 3 million cookies, I realized, I can only have, 2 elbow surgeries, which I've had.
From cutting cookies? From
cutting cookies. It's a repetitive motion. I started hiring out, and I contract my labor now with stay-at-home moms. I mix the dough in the mornings, and they come and they pick up the dough. They go home, they cut their cookies, they bring them back to me on trays, and we bake them and bag them. These stay-at-home moms, they're amazing women, and I'm so proud of them. And I've told them that they bring my cookies back, and there are days that I just want to cry because they've done such a good job. My husband once said to me, especially when he was still in his world, you know, you're getting so busy you're going to have to automate. And I said, absolutely not. I will hire more moms. You know, when I opened the shop, I realized I needed to have things, you know, besides cookies. And so I started buying clothing and collars and all that sort of thing. And I realized at that point in time that people have a lot of money wrapped up in the things that they buy for their dogs. Well, what happens when their dog outgrows them or their dog passes away? So I decided to add a section to my shop, which is my gently used section. And I buy and sell gently used things. It's worked out to be a very, very popular thing. People are grateful to have it, and they take advantage. It's the first doggy thrift store, as far as I can tell. I had 2 German Shepherds and a mutt, and so I've since lost my oldest Shepherd, and he was sort of the inspiration of my business.
What was his name?
Sherman.
Sherman.
Yes, he was
Sherman the German.
Sherman the German, exactly. Yeah. There you go. He came from Sherman, so it kind of made sense that we'd name him Sherman. And he was a great dog, and he was my quality control. He let me know if I was on the right track, and he would let me know if I wasn't.
Was he on your board of directors?
Yeah, kind of.
He was a vice president.
I just lost him a couple months ago, and he was 14. But you know, right up till the end, if I said, "You want a cookie?" he would come running.
If you think you have a story to tell, send me an email. But I have to tell you up front, it better be good.